technical difficulties. We are here cashing the action. What you've missed is Chief won one and Veritas won the next. So we are actually 5-8 right now. Chief is keeping it close. Veritas still holding that lead. Let's get casting. And here we go. Hopefully you guys heard me. Again, this is Torek. Sorry for the technical difficulties. 5-8. Chief and Veritas have won one round each since we went off. And now we're back, so let's do it. I'm going to follow Link here. Link is going to be pushing jail with whoever that is in front of him. I believe the down. Going for the free fire. Nothing there. Nobody's touched B yet. Arc, Prone, and Cafe looking for this jail pick. Does end up getting Fidowed. Nicely. Threading the needle with that shot. Reason taking out Waffles from Abs. Myson's going to try to refrag here. Does get the kill onto Reason. Just like that, we have a 4v3. Nobody, again, has touched B. We've seen this kind of the whole match. Nobody has touched B. Not a whole lot of aggressive play. It's really hard to kind of get onto B early. So many places you can get shot. Berg actually takes out Jolly. And then Berg's going to get another kill on the Link. And just like that, Chief taking the round 6-8. The Cinderella story. The underdogs are shaving away this lead, chipping away slowly but surely. Veritas, again, is on the harder side, so we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing here. So Berg has had a really good game. One of the better players on this map, I think. He's actually really had a great day. He's gone nuts. I think he's dropped several 20 bombs throughout his different maps. I believe Berg is going apartments. And he's been harassing. There's been a lot of good fights there. So, let's see what he does here. Free fire's coming out from Balk. No kills. Berg is just running right down the hallway. Doesn't see anybody. If he peeks, though, he's going to run into this Habs player, and he does. Reason taking out Berg with the SVD. Just waiting for him to poke his head out. B has been baited by Veritas. Cyrus does take out Link, though. From jail. Again, we're kind of at a standstill. We've seen this in a lot of these rounds. Jolly knows where Cyrus is. Will Cyrus peek out? Doesn't look like it. Everyone playing smart right now. Super safe. Nade coming out from Balk. Escudo now knows he needs to watch out for Mysan. Oh, Cyrus taking shots and trying to take out Jolly. Both players having to reload. Escudo getting the kill onto Mysan on Balk. Jolly is now getting shot from Cafe. He is totally pinned. Totally pinned right now. He needs help. He's not getting it. Cyrus is able to take out Reason, who did actually come to help Jolly. And now Jolly's actually able to get onto B because he did refrag. Waffle sitting in balcony, not looking at the B yet. Bark does see the leg of Jolly, takes him out on B. Now we have Escudo, last alive, playing right off B. Gotta know where these players are to an extent. Looking for this Balk player, looking for Waffles. Bark at this point is already pushed out to Cafe. He's going to try to get to A, it looks like. Waffles might too. Not get to A, sorry. Cover the A push. Take that back. And Escudo lurking on Balk. Waffles actually went back to Balk to check. Takes out Escudo. Wins the round. Or Chief. Chief has won. Has gone on a, what? 5-1 run here. So, they're making it close. I mean, 7-8. Veritas has got to be chewing on their fingernails right now. Link's wheels are turning. trying to kind of stop what's happening. It just seems Chief is just getting a lot of crazy kills. I don't know if Veritas needs to pull off or aggress somewhere on the flanks. They did. I guess they did at the beginning of that last run on jail. It just didn't work out. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Jolly Bear's going to go on the wide flank. Bark and him actually might run into each other. We'll see. On the flank cam. Actually, they do not. Bark just daring them to push out jail. Jolly and Bark just missing each other. B has been tapped by Veritas. No kills yet. Bark does have a nade right next to him. No, that was on Balk. Take that back. Jolly's able to get to A. Scoota's going to cover his street. Looks like we're going for an A play here. Veritas might just concede B. That needs to be careful poking his head out of that window. Vidal with getting on to Berg. Not good for Chief to lose that, and Reason takes out Waffles right off the bat. Reason is doing a lot of work from this A1 spot. Escudo killing Myson, who did try to go onto A. Stop the cap. Oh, and Cyrus with the repeat, taking out Link. Link has to be pissed off about missing that shot. But even so, Veritas is in pretty good position here. About to get the A cap, and Reason just pops out with the SVD. Doing work that round, Reason. Taking out Cyrus. Just want to say, I took Reason in when he was a noob, and I hope he remembers. That's all I got to say. No big deal. Not salty about it at all, but anyways, just kidding. Great round by Veritas. Controlling things, getting the picks. Actually able to get to A. Them capping A really puts pressure on Chief to say, okay, we have to either block A, or we have to trade B, or we do both. And so, yeah. And I actually think Shark's technical woes might be over. So I want to see if we can get him in the call. Shark, you there?
All right. Can you hear me?
I can. Shark's now
Indeed
on my right-hand man. Our roles, I guess, are switched because I'm running cams, but that's okay. Waffle looking Arch for this pick. He's not going to get anything. He needs to be careful. Reason has been dunking on them as of late with this SVD, daring for them to pick Fidowd. First kill onto Berg, down around jail. Apps, apologize. And Veritas again has tapped B and gotten off, and it forces Chief to try to check. Waffles with a nice kill on the Fidowd. Looking for another kill on the Balk. Not going to get it. 4v4 here. Mysan and Waffles are both in Balk. Mysan's going to look for this A push. He's not going to see Reason taking out Waffles. Cyrus taking out Link, but he's got to know Reason is right above him. Ooh. Reason, again, dunking on Bark. Not just Bark, but just Chief in general these last few rounds with the SVD. And whoever's in Balk is kind of on lock, and that's Mysan, who had two people looking at him. It's just a matter of time. Reason's going to get on to finish this B cap. And just like that, it's Veritas' round. Cyrus is all by himself, and he's getting shot at. Escudo misses the shot just a little bit. We're going to go to Cyrus here and see if he can clutch.
Oh, I was close.
Just killed himself.
Oh, jeez.
Right when he peeks out to get the sweet spawn kills, they're taken away from him. 7-10. Veritas needs one more. Ladies and gentlemen, if Veritas wins, they win it all. That being said, Chief has by far given Veritas the most grief in any World Cup match. Don't you think, Sharp?
Indeed. Like, right now, Chiefs are just on fire. They're not winning the round, that round at least, but they have been the entire game putting up a bit of a fight. They've really come back out of nowhere. And before they were down, like, what, 5 to 6 to 1? All of a sudden, now they're tied up 10 to 7. This is still Chiefs' game to win. They can still put this into overtime, although Veritas putting it in 10 is going to make it tough. We'll see how it plays out this round.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Reason has just really changed things up for Veritas in these last few rounds. Veritas was kind of sliding down a little bit, and Reason has just started picking them. And insanely. I mean, he's even beating Waffles on a lot of these cross picks. Oh, Berg and
Ooh.
Mysan with 2 quick kills. But Fadowd does return and takes Berg out. 4v3. Again, B tapped by Veritas. Now they're put stress on Chief. They got to check it, or maybe at this point they're wise to it. Scudo might fake push towards A with that smoke.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
And yeah, at this point they're just kind of setting up around each other. No one is actually on B. But at any point, Veritas can sneak on there, continue capping it. But Bark is waiting for them to get on. I think we're kind of at a standstill. We've seen that a lot on this map between these two teams.
Indeed, both teams are playing for keeps. Don't let any mistakes happen on their watch.
Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of wait this out. They need to be careful. Waffles needs to be careful a little bit. I think a couple times he's got caught with his head out. Like just now, Escudo
Just like that.
taking him. Again, Valk is a very powerful position, but there's a lot of different angles. And again, Veritas has done a really good job. They have an apps guy looking at him, so he's got to be careful of that. And then they got a guy who's gotten into that side room on Valk a few times, which Escudo. So 3v3. Chief does not want to give up any more picks. Both of their top fraggers are out. However, the people that are in right now have been fragging pretty hard themselves. So.
Indeed, the time has just run out now. 1 minute left in the round.
Fadowd, listening for that C push, gets the kill onto Cyrus, shoots him right in the butt. And Bark taking out Reason though. So just like that, it's even up 2-2. And we're in overtime. Are they going to let this draw? If you're Veritas, I think you play for the win, right? I mean, you have a few rounds to give. That's just me.
They're close, and they do have the odds.
Ark is capping now. Udo needs to get out and about. Hopefully, we'll see if this nade lands where it needs to. And it does. Kobe on Bark onto that S1 spot. He doesn't know he killed him, actually. And just like that, Fadowd getting the kill. 7-11. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Veritas are your World Cup champions of the DGL. Chief, a valiant fight, putting up a win, as Veritas has never suffered a loss on a map, as well as hard-fought rounds on the next 2 maps. Chief has nothing to be ashamed of. The hardest fight Veritas has ever received. Awesome play, awesome rounds. But Veritas, again, I think just a little bit too strong on this map. I think, honestly, they had a rough start, especially the second half. They gave up a lot of rounds, but they regained their composure, and just like that, they get the crown of the World Cup champions and $300. But Chief will not be going home empty-handed with that second place $150 prize. So